So I've been thinking about this idea of transactional versus transformational, which is a way of understanding interactions. Morning, John. And so, we live in culturally and maybe not even our culture. Those of you who travel more can tell me if it's a more worldwide thing. I think it probably is somewhat, but we live in a very consumer-driven, of course, society, which is like, I'm going to give you this and I'm going to get that. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. We live in an essentially a sort of immediate satisfaction society. You can order anything in the world in a minute from this little thing in your hand. Like we can just have it all in a second. And again, nothing inherently wrong with that. There are many blessings that come with that and many things that are really wonderful about having that sort of accessibility and connection, right? But the ways that doesn't serve us is that I think in my experience and sort of what I see is that then we expect everything in our lives to work that way. Like we expect everything to go that way. And so when we're talking about a spiritual practice, whether that's your religious practice or your yoga practice or your meditation, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's not set up to work that way, It's set up for the long game. So when we apply that sort of thinking to our, expectation, like Lisa was just saying, I have low expectations for today, and that's pretty much, what we're saying, right? When we're not, when we come to a practice, a yoga practice, with the expectation that I'm going to put this in and I'm going to get that out of it, sometimes that happens. Often it doesn't, I'm going to sit for my meditation and sometimes day after day after day, and we're not getting what we want from it. Often then we're like, well, it's not working, so I'll go find something else to do, So many times I have conversations with people, just out in the world when they ask, what do you do? And I say, I'm a yoga teacher. They're like, oh yeah, I've tried that. And I just want to be like, what, did you go to one class? Like what, And maybe they didn't. Maybe they did 6 months of classes in a year. And I'm not saying that yoga's for everyone. I'm not saying every practice is for everyone. But the point is, like, you have to put some time into it to figure that out. You have to commit. Even when my kids were young and I would sign them up for something and they'd come out of the first thing and be like, I hated it. It was like, nope, you got 6 more to go and then we'll decide if we hate it or not, And sometimes they did, fine. And sometimes they didn't, okay. But it's like that willingness to invest. So transactional is this very quick and fast, and again, nothing inherently negative about that. Sometimes we need that sort of momentum, we need that sort of pressure on ourselves to just get something done. I definitely do. But in terms of spiritual practice in particular, we can't apply those things to that way of thinking to it, Our spiritual practice has to be based more on a relationship with ourselves, a relationship with our higher power, rather than the result of any given practice on any given day. It has to depend more on our desire for connection and for a long-term shift in our lives. You can't look back at like what your yoga practice looked like last week. It's like, okay, look at what happened 5 years ago, and then look how yoga has shifted you, And that's the way that we know, but that's a long game. So again, it requires like this level of patience and a level of faith that can be challenging when we're used to just getting everything right when we want it. It's hard to do that. And so when we're coming to our mat, when we're coming to any given practice, if we can hold that long game in the awareness, you guys are all here. I'm preaching to the choir. I know that. You've all shown up for many years now, but we can then, but it works the other way also, then when we go out, our relationships, we want our relationships to, something's not going great, it's hard to deal with, it's hard to sit with that, we want it to change right away. That doesn't happen always, I'm navigating relationships with adult children right now. Whew, that's a lot. I thought, all right, good. Teenagers are done. Now I get to do, nope, no. Time, energy, patience, faith, all of those things. So those are the thoughts for today. You know, just kind of, if you're feeling that sort of scutchiness, if you're feeling that, you know, like it's not happening fast enough, it's not happening enough, it's not, you know, powerful enough or transformative enough in this very moment, maybe just take that moment, remind yourself that it's the long game, and that's what it's set up to be, and that's what it's meant to be. It doesn't mean when you're not getting that thing in the exact moment, I think our brains are like, well, it doesn't work, it failed, whatever, right? All of those things. That's not what it means at all. It's actually set up for that. That's what it's set up to do. So that's my invitation to you this morning, to just welcome that patience and faith that it takes to be in the long game. All right, so with that, close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. And just let your heart and your mind and even your body open up to this way of allowing yourself to be shaped by a divine presence, by a connection to something bigger, rather than just that transfer of energy that, you know, I give you and this and I get that from it. Just open up. Open up to the compassion and the generosity and the love that is always flowing from the one to you. But sometimes it comes in a form that we don't expect. Sometimes it doesn't feel as comfortable as we want it to. But if we can just stay open to it, then it will absolutely transform us. Bring your hands together in front of your heart, and let's just start with 3 ohms this morning to begin. Take a deep breath in. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands. Let your eyes open. All right, so stay right where you are for a moment. Take your arms out to the sides. Good. On your next in-breath, turn your palms to the sky. Lift your chest. Broaden your collarbones. Good. Exhale and round your upper back. Let your thumbs turn down. Let your head release. Look towards your belly. Inhale. Palms up, chest up, head up. Exhale, round, turn your hands down. One more time, inhale. And exhale, and round. Let your shoulder blades slide off your back. Good, come to neutral, release your hands, and then shift so that you're sitting now in thunderbolt pose, a little stretch for the ankles. If this doesn't feel great on your ankles, a couple things you can do. You can go knees on a blanket, feet hanging off. That'll be a little gentler. If your knees need a little support, you can put a blanket in between. Okay, then here, arms to the sides in cactus. Tone your belly, drop your tailbone. So the minute we sit into this position, the back wants to arch more, right? So tone your belly, drop your tail. Big breath in, elbows wide, lift your chest. Exhale, elbows together, let your spine round. Inhale, open up. This time, wrap your right arm over your left arm in a hug. Arms to shoulder blades, hands to shoulder blades. Round your spine a little more. And then really snuggle your elbows in together. Feel your shoulder blades slide off your back a little bit. Then lift your upper body, come up to a neutral spine. Keep your arms crossed and wrap your hands up into eagle arms. You can bring backs of the hands together or fronts of the hands together. Good, and then inhale, lift your elbows up, Tone your belly, lift your gaze slightly, then exhale, knees to elbows to belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbows to belly. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, come up to neutral. And then feel how the shoulder blades want to slide off the back here. Just pull your shoulders back a little bit. Pull your chest forward. Lift your head a little so there's a little space underneath your chin. Good. And then unravel your arms. Take your elbows out wide. Exhale, elbows together. Inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, left arm over the right arm. Hug this time. Round your spine, wrap your hands, fingertips to your shoulder blades, inner tips of the shoulder blades, let your head release. Just keep the shoulder blades snuggling together, lift back up, lift your chest up, lift your head, wrap your arms into eagle arms. Good, inhale, lift your elbows, lift your gaze. Exhale, elbows to belly. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows to belly. One more time, lift up. And back to center. Elbows right in front of the shoulders, and then plug your shoulders back. Tone your belly. And even though the shoulder blades are pulling off the back, you're also pulling them back so that there's a firming around the whole heart. Good, unravel your arms. And then exhale, sit down into child's pose. Take your hands to the floor in front of you. Come into child's pose, balasana. Good. Let your head, neck soften. All right, we're going to go into a twist here. So bring your knees a little closer together. Maybe you're there already, but if you can bring them closer, bring them closer. And then work to try to hook your right elbow across your left knee. A couple ways you can do that. You can just bring your right elbow to the floor. Or if you want to take it a little deeper, lift up your hips, snuggle it back, and reach for your foot with your hand. That takes it a little deeper. That's too much. Just stay here, elbow across your knee. Left arm out in front, twisting, looking under the left armpit. Stretch your left arm out in front of you. Good. Inhale to center, and then over to the other side. So left elbow across the right knee. Again, if you want to lift up and reach for your right foot, you can do it that way. If that's too much, just stay right where you are. Left arm, right arm, extending out in front, twisting to the right. Good. And then inhale, come to center, extend your arms out in front of you. Stretch a little bit longer. Hips to armpits, armpits to fingertips. Excuse me. Something in my throat, you guys. Sorry. And then come on back up to tabletop. Drop your elbows down to the mat. You can do this with your forearms parallel, or if your shoulders bother, you can do it with your fingers laced together. And then just do a few shoulder blade push-ups here. So that same action we were doing sitting up, slide the shoulder blades onto the back, and then press the elbows into the floor around your upper back. So it's not really a cat and cow. Try to keep the movement just in the upper back. Squeezing the chest muscles together as you press the floor away, and then squeezing the upper back muscles together as you let your chest sink down towards the floor. Just do a couple more like that. As you press the floor, as you press into the floor, feel the muscles underneath your shoulder blades, right at your side ribs, fire up. And then as you let your chest move towards the floor, feel the muscles between the shoulder blades fire up. We want all of those working at the same time. And that's the idea. So land right to the middle. Walk your knees back a little bit. Push the floor away, but squeeze your shoulder blades in towards your spine at the same time. Tuck your toes, lift up into dolphin pose. You can stay long in dolphin, feet back towards the back edge of the mat, or you can walk in any amount, bringing your shoulders over your elbows and your hips up high, but keep it where it feels like it's reasonable to be early in practice here. Walk your feet back out, drop your knees back down. Come stand up onto your knees for a moment. Just take your elbows out in front of you like this for a moment. Yeah, so not out to the sides like cactus, but straight out in front. So the two actions that we're talking about, bless you, are protraction, where the shoulder blades slide off the back, and retraction, while the shoulder blades slide in towards the back. So just do that a couple times. We just did it on all fours. Try to just make those movements happen. That's it. Yep, the elbows will go a little wider as the shoulders go back, but try to keep them out in front. Do one more. Okay, good. Then drop your hands into tabletop. Take a moment, really set up your hands well. So spread out your fingers. Make the crease in your wrist even. So for most of us, it means the hands have to turn out a little bit. So the peace sign fingers are straight ahead. And line up outer shoulder to center of wrist. Grip your fingers down into the mat. And then ground to the pointer and the thumb, and see how your lower arm turns in a little bit as you do that. Keep that. So the lower arm turns in. At the same time, turn the upper arms out. You'll feel the shoulder blades firm in towards your spine. Inner armpits forward a little bit. And then keep all those actions in the arms. Lift up into dog pose now. Good. And with your arms steady and strong, pedal out your feet. Shift your hips a little side to side. Just move with your breath. Just commit to practicing for transformation, not for transaction. Sometimes when, teacher's directing something, telling you, and it's like your brain's kind of like, I don't know what she's talking about there. It's like we think we can't do it, but just stay focused on the long game. All right, we're going to do some circles with the knees. So you can stay in dog pose to do this, or you can drop back down to tabletop. We're going to lift the right leg up, and we're just going to circle the leg in the hip. So bring the knee forward, send it out to the side, way up and back. And if it's too much on your arms, just drop your left knee down and do it in tabletop. Big circles. Go one way, and then go around the other way. Big circles. Come forward a little bit. You can come towards plank, bring the knee forward, get the abs involved a little bit. Big whole body warm up here, the leg, but also the whole body. All right, good. Drop that foot down. Center yourself. When you're ready, left leg up, circle the knee. Feel the thigh bone circling in the hip. Feel a little cat and cow of your spine as the leg goes up and then comes forward. And then change the direction. You got it. Okay, drop back down to your tabletop. Sit back into child's pose one more time. You can go knees wide for this one if you like. Hips, knees wide apart so the hips can settle a little bit more. Yeah, squeeze out the wrists if you need to. If the wrists are feeling a little tight, arms in front, palms up, you can make a fist and then open the hands. That's a good stretch for the wrist. Actually, let's all do it because we're going to work into some chaturanga variations today. Work on chaturanga, and this will be a good warm up. So make the fist and then open the fingers, and then make the fist and open the fingers. Good. And just do a couple more like that. Chaturanga is a pose that is always transformational. But here's the thing, if we're not being intentional, if we're not in it for the long game, it may be transforming us in ways that we don't want it to. So it's slowing it down, backing it up. All right, come on, back up to tabletop. Okay, so a couple of the key actions that we want for chaturanga are, the pectoral muscles in the front of the chest firing up, but also the upper back muscles. So one way to just start to feel into that is to do some bear crawls. We're going to do it with the knees on the floor first. So just crawl forward a few steps, crawl back, and just have this sense as your hand touches the floor of pushing the floor away, but keep looking forward, walk forward and back. So the shoulder blades stay back, but you're really pushing into the floor, push into the floor. Get those muscles underneath the shoulder blades turned on. Okay, we're going to keep going. This time we're going to do it with knees hovering. So you're not way up like this. You're not walking in dog. Bear crawls. Knees just an inch or two off the floor. Creep forward. Creep back. Knees hover. Just hover the knees. Just hover like an inch off the floor. Just like an inch. That's it. Stay really low, you guys. Stay really low. I know it's hard. I know. Go back. Go forward one more time. Okay, good. And then back to center. Drop your knees. Good. Drop back down to child's pose. Just let the shoulders relax. Hips back towards your heels. Walk your arms and torsos over to the right. Side body stretch. That's it. Stay here with the hands wide or stack your left hand on your right hand for deeper stretch underneath the shoulder blades. Inhale to center. Walk to the other side. Good. Hands to the left. Hips stay pulling back towards the right. Again, stack the hands if you want that deeper stretch. Inhale, come to center. Set up your hands well. Find your way back to downward facing dog. Knees and hips up and back. Good. Then inhale. Well, let's do this first. Bring your awareness to your legs, right? The weight comes into the arms in dog pose and in plank, which is where we're going, and chaturanga after that. But if the more you work your legs, the easier it's going to go. So really firm your legs. Tone the muscles of your legs, squeeze them in towards each other, and then keep that flow forward into plank. Legs really strong. Push the floor away, gaze forward slightly, broaden your collarbones. Do all those things. Exhale, go back. Let the legs pull you back into dog. Good, strong legs. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, and go back to dog. One more time. Commit the muscles to the bones. Commit yourself to that long game. Inhale, float forward. Exhale, back to dog. Good. Walk yourself forward. Uttanasana. Keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee. Drop your right hip. Shift your weight to the left. Draw your outer left hip back a little bit. And then straighten your right legs. Bend your left knee. Shift your weight to the right. Right hip back. Round into the right foot. Steady yourself right here, right now. Whatever's happening in this moment is the unfolding that is meant to happen in this moment. Maybe it's dramatic, maybe it's subtle, but just let yourself be where you are. Come to center. Fold to center. Both legs straight. And then long spine, inhale, reach up, stretch up. Take a side stretch, clasp your right wrist, lean to the left. Stretch your right arm as straight as you can, right leg as straight as you can. So there's a flow down and through your right leg into the earth, a flow up through the torso to the right hand. Inhale, come up, switch sides, clasp left, lean right, ground from your left pelvis to your left foot. Reach from the left side of your pelvis to your fingertips. Inhale, come on up and release your hands. Let your arms float down. Is this guy gonna walk in here right now? Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Maybe he's in the wrong place. Hips back. Hi. All right. Chair pose. All right. Hang on. Let me see what this guy needs. 1 second. Yeah, I see that. I see. I don't know. Hi.
You deliver the thing.
Deliver. Oh, that's the Saddle River Inn right there. Yeah. Saddle River Inn says it right on the paper. Saddle River Inn says it right on the paper. Okay. Chair pose, guys. Make your legs strong. Poke your hips back. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. So get that good squeezing midline, pulling into the midline action. And then just hands on the hips for a moment. Tip your pelvis down gently. So not so that you're rounded, right? You don't want to be like tucked under, but just so that the curve is a little bit longer. Tone your outer glutes, tone your belly. Inhale your arms to the sky. Good. Keep all those things, sit a little bit lower. Hold steady. Play the long game. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, let your arms release. One more time. Inhale, arms up, chair. Poke your hips back. Cactus arms. Right elbow under the left. Eagle arms. Good. Fingers extending up. So press fingers to palm, palm to fingers. And then lift your elbows up to shoulder height. Pull your elbows back a little bit. Pull your shoulders back. Now shift your weight to your left foot, cross your right leg over. Yep, hover or hook, however you do this pose. Squeeze your legs like you're in the back seat and your parents are taking too long to get to the rest stop. Squeeze your legs, hips back. That's it. Elbows up a little higher. Sit your hips a little lower. Yes, inhale, come on up and unravel. Back to Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, poke your hips back, chair. Cactus arms. Left elbow under the right, wrap. That's it. Lift your elbows to shoulder height. Shift your weight to your right foot. Squeeze the left leg on top. Squeeze your legs together. Like a lot. Get the inner thighs firing up. Sit a little deeper. Elbows a little higher. Hips a little lower. Good. Inhale, come on up. Reach up, unravel. Exhale, release your arms. Move to the front of your mat if you're not there already. Maybe you want blocks there. We may need them, may not, but just for support for your hands. All right, and then come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Spread your toes, press your feet. Build your pose, tone your legs. Feel the 3 directions of energy drawing in and up. So hug the muscles to the bones. Feel a sense of drawing the legs towards each other into the midline, and then feel a sense of drawing upwards and inwards. So the legs just feel really steady and strong, and you just feel mountain-like right where you are. Lengthen your spine. Not an exciting pose, I know. Here's the place. This is where we practice the patience, the long game. Just be here. Make the little subtle adjustments to line yourself up. One more breath. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, send your right leg back long, long lunge. Create those 3 flows of energy. So squeeze the legs towards each other, hug the muscles into the bones, and then pull up into the pelvis. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Good. We draw inwards first, and then from the inside, just expand outwards. Expand your awareness outwards, out into this moment, just what's happening right here and right now. Nothing else needs to happen. You are exactly where you are meant to be on your path. Take your hands down to the floor, and then we'll pulse in and out of this front knee a few times. So here's where you may want your blocks. Inhale, bend your front knee, and exhale, straighten it. Inhale, bend a little. Exhale, straighten a little. And just do a couple more. Bending and straightening, easing into the hamstring. Even within the scope of a practice, there's a patience and a faith that needs to be engaged. Next time the leg is straight, hold it there. Even within the scope of a practice, we allow ourselves to unfold gently in our own time, our bodies. Fold a little deeper over your leg if you want to calf stretch, lift up onto your heel, lift your toes up, and get the whole back of the leg opening. On your next exhale, shift your weight forward to your front foot, float up your back leg, standing split. Bend both knees a little bit. Yeah. Let your weight drop into your left foot, really push down into your foot. Now with the standing leg bend, straighten your lifted leg, extend it out, your right leg, good. Now straighten your standing leg. Now fold a little deeper. Head towards your knee, push your fingertips forward on the floor, dome your belly up. Okay, cross your right leg behind your left leg, back far enough that you can keep both legs straight. So make enough space between front and back foot so both legs can be straight. Good. Then pull your left hip back a little bit more. Press your big toes down to the floor more, the inner edge of your foot, inner heel. Good. Drag your hips back a little bit. Shift your weight forward to your left foot, float up your right leg again. Back to your standing split. Good. Then bend your standing leg, step back into warrior 2. So take a moment, land your right foot behind you, line up heel to instep, and then as you're ready, come on up to stand. Good. Work the power of your legs here. The power of patience, the power of faith. As you feel your muscles tone, as you feel that drawing energy up and inwards into the pelvis, that little lift in the pelvis, just connect into your own sense of, again, patience, faith. Just letting the poses, the postures, the practice unfold as it will. Straighten your front leg without locking out the knee. Tone the muscles around the knee. Again, pulling up and in, and then shift over into Trikonasana. Slide your hand down your leg or to a block or to the floor. Good. Move your left shoulder back, your bottom one. Move your top shoulder back. Lean your head back a little bit. Good. Exhale and release. Frame your front foot. Spin your back heel up. Step to the front of your mat and fold. Walk yourself back, downward facing dog. Drop your knees down. So you're in a long, you're not exactly in table, you're in a long, a low plank. So knees are well back behind the hips. All right, press your fingertips down, hug your elbows in, draw your shoulders back, and then just do a few little dips coming forward towards Chaturanga. Just easing your way. And the minute you feel your shoulders start to round, that's where you pause. That's it. Try 3 or 4 little dips. One more. Good. Back to downward facing dog. Walk forward, Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine and rise with your breath. Exhale, Tadasana. Hold steady here. Breathe, be present. Appreciate the just sense of being, not having to do, not having to go, just opening yourself up to a presence that is bigger than you, bigger than all of us. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge and fold. Left leg back lunge, long stance. Create that upward, inward flow of energy. So muscles to bones, squeeze the legs together, pull from your feet up into your pelvis, and then inhale, arms up to the sky. That's it. Keeping the back leg strong. If you want to sit deeper into the front knee, here's a moment to do that. Lift up through the torso a little higher. The thing is, we give ourselves 100% to each moment. Even if we're not getting the exact result we might want, we just give ourselves over just to the moment, whatever is happening. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Bend and straighten a few times with the breath, front knee. Pulse in and out. As the leg straightens, tone the muscles around the knee, supporting the knee joint without hyperextending or putting pressure into it. Next time the leg is straight, hold it there. Again, if you want to come up on your heel, come up on your heel. Stretch the legs, the spine, the torso long. Shift your weight forward to your right foot. Come into your standing split with the knees a little bit soft. So with the standing knee soft, it lets you really drop your weight into your foot. Find your balance on your foot, then straighten out through your leg. Then straighten out your lifted leg. Fold, head towards the knee. Yes. Push your fingertips forward. Tone your belly. Cross your left leg behind your right leg. Again, enough space to keep both legs straight. Pinky edges of the feet are next to each other. That's it. Press to the big toe sides of your feet. Drag your right hip back a little bit more. Let your spine just spill over. The legs cross, feel the inner thighs firing a little bit more. Gentle squeeze of the legs. Shift your weight forward, float your back leg up, back to standing split. Big step back, warrior 2. Land your heel, line up your feet, cartwheel up, Virabhadrasana 2. Create those 3 upward, inward flows of energy. So legs towards each other. Energy up through the legs into the pelvis, muscles to bones, squeezing in. That's it. And then firm your front leg. Shift over, Trikonasana. Hug the muscles to the bones in the legs without hyperextending the knees. So the back of the knees stay open. Turn your belly a little bit more from left to right. Nope, right to left. Take your right shoulder, left shoulder back. One more breath. Good. Exhale. Frame your front foot with your hands. Step forward, Uttanasana. From here, we're going to come down onto our back. So you can do the hands-free version, or if you need support with your hands, just find your way down. If you want to do it with arms out in front, lower down, lift your feet, lower to your back. Come all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees. All right, we're going to do, again, some core awareness here. So with your knees bent, I want you to find a little curve in your spine. Take your hands beneath your low back and keep that space underneath your low back, but pull your navel down to your spine at the same time. So instead of erasing the curve in your back, tucking your tailbone under, you're just really isolating the work of the abdominal muscles. So we're going to try to maintain that. Take your hands behind your head now. Rest your head into your hands. As you exhale, curl your head and shoulders up. Your low back may or may not come to the floor, but work the muscles in the front of the body. That's where the focus is. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, navel to spine. Glutes stay neutral. Inhale, lower. Continue with the breath. Exhale, lift. Try to lift the bottom tips of your shoulder blades up. Lift as high as you can. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. And keep going. Do maybe 5 more. I know there's lots more exciting, interesting, maybe core work we can do, but nothing beats like a really good, well done crunch. That's the long game. Last 2. Good. And then rest for a moment. Okay, as we move into some more of the chaturanga exercises, let's do it here on our back. So straighten out your legs now. And then come to Supta Tadasana. So not Shavasana, where the legs are kind of going to sleep and just chilling out. Like make your legs strong, toes point towards the ceiling. Squeeze your legs in towards each other. Notice if you have a tendency to hyperextend your knee. And if that's the tendency, dig your heels in a little bit deeper. Okay, now find that curve in the spine, but pull your navel up, down towards the floor, towards the curve. Then bring your elbows into right angles. Push your elbows down into the floor. Push your shoulders down into the floor. Your head down into the floor. Feel how your low back wants to lift. Pull your navel towards your spine. Here's chaturanga. Just remember what this feels like as we come to the upright position, which we will do in a minute. All right, rest for a moment. We got one more thing to do on our backs. We're just gonna do one more ab challenge here. So curl your head and shoulders up. Look towards your feet. If you need to put something underneath your head for neck support, you can put a block or roll up a blanket. Arms are by your sides. Your legs can stay on the floor or they can hover. Of course, hovering is a little harder. However you want to do it. Squeeze the legs together, whether they're up or down. Lift your hands and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Don't hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And rest. Hug your knees to your chest. Do whatever you like to do for your low back here. What's that? Well, here's the thing. Like holding your breath might actually make it a little easier. I mean, if I'm being honest, but we know that that's not really good for your cardiovascular system. So I'd rather you not do it. But there's the rub. It like might actually make it easier to hold. So if you're holding for like a moment, okay, like not a big deal. Like hold for a second, just get everything lined up and then breathe, you know? That's the idea. Okay, take your block. We're gonna do one more thing here. Squeeze your block between your inner thighs. Take your arms out into a T. Or you could do cactus if that's easier. I think T is easier. Press your shoulders down, head down, squeeze your knees towards your chest. Good, now keeping your shoulders down, press your knees up towards your right elbow. Hover your knees off the floor, squeeze your block. Inhale, bring your legs back up. Exhale, over to the left, squeeze your block, hover your knees, right shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Over to the right again. Hover, squeeze your block, left shoulder down. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, left, same thing. Inhale, back up. Last one, over to the right, stay here, or straighten out your legs, extending your feet towards your right hand if you'd like to do it like that. Rebend your knees, bring it to center. Knees to the left, stay here, or feet towards your hand. Rebend, bring your knees back up. Good. Release your feet, set the block to the side. All right, roll to your side and come on up. Okay, everybody have a strap? Find your strap. Oh, I have a loop. How convenient. Love when I have a loop already. If you're making a loop, you hold it with the label side up. Go in through the one, go up through the one that's closer to the label, down through the outer one, and then you should have a loop that holds. And we're doing a forearm with loop. If you don't have a strap, it's okay. You can do this without it, just as gives us a moment to work this pose a little bit more deeply. You're still looping, take your time looping. If your strap isn't holding, sometimes just turning it inside out helps. If you just turn the whole thing inside out. Okay, here's what we're doing. So you're going to want the buckle away from your body so that the strap, you don't want the buckle in towards your belly. So as you take your strap around your arms, it's going to go above your elbows. Yeah, so spin it around, Gail, Sandy, yes, like that. Put the buckle to the outside if you've got a strap with a buckle. Okay, mine's a little narrow. Hang on, you guys. Okay, here's what we're doing. We're going to work chaturanga here. So what's going to happen, you're going to land we're going to start in tabletop. You're going to land your ribs onto the strap and you're going to work to lift your shoulders and then maybe work to lift your knees up. So it just helps to hold you in the right position and get that forward motion that we want in chaturanga. So strap above the elbows. That's it. Now, if you are more endowed than I am in the chest area, you might have to adjust a little to see where the strap lands, but you want it underneath basically where your sternum is. Okay, grip your fingers down, bend your elbows, let your ribs land onto the strap, lift your shoulders. Good, look forward, squeeze your elbows in, the strap's helping with that. Then maybe take your knees off the floor. Yep, tone your belly, squeeze your legs. Take one more breath. Good. Inhale, come on back up. All right. It's hard because it's really hard. Why does it feel hard? Because it's hard. I know it's a hard one. It helps with the elbows a little bit, that one. Okay, now we're going to try it a different way. Set your strap over to the side. What it does though, it helps you to find, so we really are supposed to come, what tends to happen in chaturanga is we get to here. The shoulders, so this is what happens when your teacher wants to rehab her shoulder, then you get to do all the shoulders. But dipping the shoulders down like that, you're really only supposed to come to the right angle. So these little exercises are meant to help you just find that right angle in the upper body. So now we're going to do it with a block underneath the pelvis, same thing, but now you're going to have to work the arms yourself, but we're just going to use some support in the pelvis. So block underneath the pubic bone. Yeah, so you can start on your elbows to just get your pelvis in the right place, but we're going to go elbows up. So you're not going to use the strap for this one. You're not going to be able to do it, but because your hands are going to come, it's not going to work. That's all. You could go wide. You could loop the strap wider. It might help, or just, yeah, work there. That's fine. Okay. Now slide your hands back so your hands are on the floor, unless that bothers a shoulder, and then stay on your elbows and you can just work the lower body stuff. Now bring your upper body into a right angle. Squeeze your elbows in, lower your shoulders in line with your elbows. That's it. So lift up, B, shoulders in line. That's it. Okay, now tone your belly. Move your pubic bone towards the block. Look forward. Squeeze your knees off the floor. Work your legs a lot more. Hold for a breath. Okay, good. And then drop your knees and press up to tabletop. Okay, set your block to the side. Last one, I promise, and then we'll move on to other things. Last one to try is from the floor. So when you can lift up off the floor, that's usually getting the, so you get the shoulders, I'll just show you. Okay, so arms are in a right angle. I squeeze my legs, I make that connection. I'm hugging in, I'm pulling in and up, like really let your legs do a lot more of the work. Toning glutes, shoulders up, look forward, and then hover. So what likes to happen is this, right? That's what's gonna wanna happen if the upper back muscles aren't turning on. So we're gonna try to keep the shoulders lifted. And it may be that you're just lifting up onto knees, right? Maybe you're just coming to there, but work to try to keep that right angle in your arms and your elbows squeezing in. Try it. Work your legs. So hands back, tuck your toes. Sandy, come down. Come down for a second. Yeah, your shoulders are really rounded. Lift your shoulders up. There you go. Find a right angle in your arms. Right angle in your arms. So your shoulders are in line with your elbows. Lift your head up so your shoulders come in line with your elbows. That's it. Don't let your shoulders dip. Your shoulders are dipping way, way down. And that's what's going to damage the front of the shoulder. Keep your shoulders lifting up. Squeeze your elbow like that. Now lift your belly. That's the pose. Right. Nope. Yeah, that's okay. If you can't do it, work here with your pelvis on the floor. So this is the point, right? This is the long game, right? If when you lift your pelvis, your whole upper body goes like this, that's going to blow out a shoulder. That's going to cause damage into a shoulder. So even though it feels like maybe you're doing something a little more, the transformation is going in a direction you don't want it going into. And we see that a lot in chaturanga of people blowing out their shoulders. So come up to downward facing dog. Let's try to put the whole thing together here. Firm your legs. Good. Stretch your arms straight. And this is not like, oh, I'm doing it wrong, beat myself up. It's literally like, what's sustainable? You know, what's going to keep me going for longer? What's the long game? And that's it. All right. Inhale, flow forward to plank, legs nice and strong. Knees up or knees down. Shift your weight forward, lower to chaturanga. Shoulders in line with elbows. Good, then sweep forward to your back bend. Back bend of choice. Good, exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, drop your knees down to the floor. I'm gonna give you one more way to work on this. Theoretically, when we're doing the vinyasa, traditionally the pelvis doesn't even touch the floor. So we come to plank, chaturanga, you don't even touch down. And then you go back to dog. So the legs don't even touch the floor unless depends on which flow that you're doing. But when you're going into up dog, you're supposed to go right from that right angle into the arms straight. Give it a go. Try it. If your knees come down, it's fine. If your pelvis comes down, fine. Work the upper body. Now we know how the upper body should line up to keep the shoulders safe. So try it. Inhale, flow to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, hover. And then slide forward, shoulders back. Yes. Good. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Nice. Yeah, actually, I didn't say that. Another way to do it is just what B just did. You could do it on in a flying cobra. That makes it a little bit easier than an up dog, right? So if you come here, chaturanga, don't even untuck the toes, just work the legs a little bit more, right? And then go back. You can do it with the toes tucked. That's another way to work it. That keeps the legs a little more engaged. Okay, dog pose, enough of that. Walk yourself forward, Uttanasana. Good, lengthen your spine. Come on, all the way up. Just take one more shoulder release, one more side bend. Lean to the right, clasp the right wrist. Inhale, come up. Lean to the left. I know I'm not mirroring you. Sorry, I'm confusing you. Inhale, arms up and arms out by your side. So chaturanga is sort of a gateway pose into some of our bigger arm balancey poses. And so once we get that less sort of leaning forward action, it makes the arm balances a little bit easier. So let's work on crow pose a little bit. And we'll work on the bent elbow version. So you can start feet on the floor. You can start perched on a block. This gets the hips naturally a little bit higher and helps you to work on the upper body. So if you want to start perched on a block, that's a way to do it. Okay, then it's all the things that we just did, fingers spreading, gripping, and then it's that lean forward that gets us into the pose. Squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the legs in, maybe lift one foot, both feet. That's the pose. Try it. Plant your hands. Spread your fingers out. Yep, put a crash pad if you need it. That's it. Hug your elbows in, perch your knees above your elbows, lift your head up so you don't go over on your head. Squeeze your legs in. Yes, nice, you guys. That's it. Lift through your belly. All the stuff we worked on will help you here. Keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up. That's it. Look forward, hover your feet, one foot, maybe the other foot, maybe both feet. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. And when you've had your fun with that, come into Uttanasana. But you feel how all that work that we're doing in Chaturanga then translates more into some of those arm balancy things. Okay, soften your knees, hold opposite elbows. Shake your head a little no, and yes, let your neck release, let your shoulders release, let your elbows feel heavy, let your belly rest on your thighs. Good, find your way to seated. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take your hands back behind you. Oh, yeah, you're the wrong person to be under the window when I open it. Sorry, Gail. We just need a little air moving. All right, I'll close it before Shavasana. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your right foot. Good, and then do a little cradling here. So rock back and forth a few times. Drop your foot to the left and then drop your knee to the right. Keep the right knee pressing away from the right shoulder, so towards the front edge of your mat. Okay, and then come to center, walk your hands in, walk your foot in, lift your chest, pull your elbows back, shoulders back. All right, slide your left leg out, and then let's do a little more cradling this time, holding the leg. Flex your foot. You can hold with your hands. You can do the scoop. You can do the cradle, any one of those. Do a little side to side first. Turn so I can see you guys. Good. And then do a little forward and back. Forward and back. Rock forward. Keep lifting your right foot up towards your left shoulder as you're going forward and back. Okay, good. Then keep holding your foot. Drop your right hand over to the right. Roll on your hip a little bit. So hold your foot with your left hand. Mary, switch hands. Yeah, there you go. Just so you're more on your outer hip. That's it. You get a little stretch the other way too, but a little more this direction. Yep, roll on the hip. You got it. Okay, come to center. Extend that leg out. Both knees bend. We'll start here, ankle over knee. I know I'm not mirroring you, sorry. Left foot flexed. Good, side to side first. Drop to one side, drop to the other. You're rotating on your right foot, dropping to the pinky edge and then to the inner edge, yes. Do one more. Okay, good. Then to center, walk everything in a little closer. Shoulders back, chest lifting. Good, slide your right leg out. Cradle the left foot, lift it up. Hold or scoop or cradle in the elbows. Go side to side first. Yep. And then do a little front to back, rock forward and rock back. Yeah. Then keep holding your left foot with your right elbow or your hand. Lean into your left hand, roll on the hip a little more. Good, and come to center. Okay, right leg. So let's do it this way. Swing around so that the right thigh is parallel with the front edge of your mat. So right thigh parallel with the front edge, not your shin. So if your shin is there, it's here, just so that your upper body is going to land on your mat. So that's it. Right thigh parallel with the front edge of your mat. So you're sort of turned to the side. So here's where we're headed, is to this position. So if your thigh is parallel with the front edge, we're coming to, yeah, so it's more, so it's a twist. Turn your body. No, you could do it that way. That's totally fine. And if your shin is forward, then yeah, that's fine. Then you're just walking. No, come this way though, B. If your leg is there, walk this. That's it. Just so you're getting the twist. Yeah. Nope, you're fine. You're fine. You want to be outside your right thigh. So I was just trying to have you positions that your elbows could land on your mat, but if you ended up with the shin across the front, it's totally fine. I just want you to get that twist. Good. And then walk a little bit more to the right with your upper body. A little more to your right. A little more to your right. That's it. Press into your right elbow. You're on the other leg. That's why. It's okay. That's okay. Just stay where you are. It's all right. Yeah, everybody's in like a different direction right now. So, okay, come on back up. Now, some of you have your shin forward. Stay there. If your shin is forward, stay there. If your thigh is forward, bring your shin forward like a pigeon leg. That's good. Now lean forward, bring your arm onto your leg, take your hand to the sole of your foot, and then work yourself into pigeon, sliding your left leg back behind you, extending the left leg. Good. Work the front of your left thigh or your back leg thigh, whatever leg that is, towards the floor, facing towards the floor. And then you could stay with your hand. You can stay just where you are, or you can bring your elbows to the floor or just your right elbow to the floor. See what version of pigeon wants to evolve for you today. This more open knee position gives a little deeper stretch to the hip, which for me is what I prefer. All right, press down into your hands, come on back up, swing that back leg around. Okay, let's try this. Other leg in front. So again, if your shin was forward, it's fine. You can do it that way. It's just if you bring the thigh parallel, then as you walk outside your left thigh or whatever leg is in front now, your elbows are on the mat rather than on the wood. But if they're on the wood, it's not a big deal. Yep, you can walk over. Yeah. So Lana, slide your left knee out to the left and walk your torso to the right.
Oh my God.
For this one first. This one first,
yes.
then we'll get to that one too. Yes. Just so we're semi in the right place. Good. Walk a little bit more left. Press your left elbow down. Twist your belly a little bit more left. So we're getting the twist first. Good. Inhale. Come to center. All right. If your shin is forward, stay there. If not, swing your shin forward, parallel. Pin your leg with your arm. Take your right hand to your right foot and then work your leg back behind you. Lean forward over your front leg. Try to keep that front leg knee open and try to stay on the pinky edge of your foot again, just for that deeper hip stretch. You can stay there or go elbows to the floor. Pigeon's another one of those poses where, it's so dependent on how our bodies are shaped, how easy it is or not easy it is. And we end up prioritizing the shape of the pose over what the goal of the pose is, which is really that deep, deep hip stretch. So if we keep that in the forefront, the outer pose might look a little different. It might look a little, I don't know, not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Dramatic, but we get the stretch and that's what we're looking for. Okay, to come out, lift up, swing that back leg forward. Good, come down onto your backs. Hug your knees into your chest. I'm gonna open the door because it's so loud out there. I was just trying to get a little air. Okay. Pull the knees in nice and close. Yep, you could do a little rocking, massaging if that feels good. All right, then keep the right knee pulled in, extend your left leg out. Pull the right knee off to the right a little bit as you press your left side down. Yes. And then take it into the twist. Hold your right knee with your left hand. Extend your right arm over to the right. Draw the knee across the body. Yeah, that's it. It's a little dance here between the knee going down and the shoulder going down. Try to make both things happen as much as possible. They likely will not both happen, but you're working your right shoulder towards the floor and your right knee towards the floor to the left at the same time. And then pull your right knee up a little closer towards your left armpit, but move your right hip away from your right armpit at the same time. Inhale, come on up, hug both knees, center yourself on your mat. Good, hug the left knee, extend the right leg. Right knee out to the right, left knee out to the left slightly as you press your right thigh into the floor. And then extend your left arm, hold your left knee, draw it across the body, over to the right. Work both sides, left shoulder down, left knee down. And then take the twist a little bit more into the torso. Pull your knee a little higher up towards your elbow, but extend your hip, left hip away from your left armpit as you press your left shoulder to the floor. Good. Inhale, knees up. If there's any last pose or stretch, something you feel like your body is longing for, take a moment for that. Begin to make your way towards Shavasana. I'm going to put some sound on so we're not hearing the sounds outside as much, at least. Hang on. All right, that's fine. Good. Extend your legs and your arms. Pinky toes drop towards the floor. Fingers soft. Let your body release to the earth. You know, Shavasana is really the sort of ultimate expression of the long game. So tempting to want to do something, make something happen. Shavasana is literally the opposite of that. Not doing, but being. Letting go of agendas, thoughts, to-do lists. Letting yourself rest in a presence that doesn't reveal itself on your schedule, but on its own, in nature, which we also cannot control or change in any way. The less we resist that, the more the transformation happens. We allow ourselves to unfold gently, organically.
Just let go into that unfolding.
Gently now, let your breath begin to deepen. Allow your body to stretch and move. Gently let the awareness rise back to the surface. Find your way to your side. And just allowing yourself a gentle transition back to seated. When we make the shift from transactional to transformational, we allow a higher power to be at work in our lives. We allow our connection to community, to love, to humanity, to guide us rather than our what fulfills the given moment's need or want or desire. It's not that both of those things can't happen, they can. But when we are only looking at the moment's desires, we are making long-term decisions based on short-term moments. So play the long game, continue to stay open to that guiding presence that perhaps doesn't feel as fireworks going off as perhaps other things, but we stay open nonetheless. That transformation happens over time with patience, with faith. Bring your hands to your heart and let's close together with an Om. Take in a deep breath. Om.